Welcome to Drama Club. We're going to do some warm-up exercises for our monologues today. Are you ready?
Yeah.
The first warm-up exercise is called an emotional roller coaster. I'm going to give you a sentence and you're going to give me a specific emotion with the sentence. So the first sentence is, I got a letter today, and your emotion is excited. So you're going to say, I got a letter today, and you're going to be excited. So Jim.
I got a letter today from you, and I'm excited!
Yeah. Boy.
Wow.
I got a letter today, and I'm so excited. I think it's from my lover.
Oh, I got a letter today and I'm so excited.
Great job.
Good.
Bravo.
I got a letter today and I'm so excited.
Very good.
Hey, I got a letter today, but I'm not going to pay any more taxes.
I got a letter today, and I'm so over the top. I'm just excited.
Very good. Right. I want everyone to close their eyes, all right?
Oh, good.
Close your eyes
I want a nap.
and recall a moment using all 5 senses. All of your senses. It's okay if you can't find all 5. Just find like 1, 2, 3, whatever you can find. And then I want you to open your eyes and express the moment like you're telling it to the audience. Do you have a moment in time, even if it's from earlier today? And open your eyes. Who'd like to go first? Dawn?
It smells so good to eat. And it tasted so good. And it looked so good. And it felt so good. And it sounded so nice.
Bravo!
Yeah.
We went to the ice cream store. There was this big cone in front. And I got me the largest ice cream I could find, and I started licking it. Oh, it tasted so good. So I'd lick more, and everybody around would say, you're making a lot of noise. But I liked that. It was so good.
Very good.
Have not lived until you have a doctor's appointment at 7:45 in the morning, and your son is here at 7:15 to take you. You lose everything.
Well, I went to the doctor's office, and I saw him, and I listened to what he said, and he listened to my heart with the stethoscope. Then his nurse came in, and I flirted with her.
You are
You
so
cheeky chap.
Yesterday, I had the cutest, sweetest, tastiest little baby tangerine I've ever seen. And it just was fun to peel it, the texture of it, because I haven't had a tangerine in a long time, let alone anything this small. And I was just enjoying it, and apparently the odor of it enticed Augie. And Augie got all excited and wanted a piece of it too. And he squeezed into it, and then he didn't want it. So that kind of did all 5 senses, I think. The pretty color and the look of it and the feel of it and the taste of it. So that was my experience.
Great job.
The day I became a grandparent, people told me that grandkids would change my life, but I didn't believe them until the day I held that tiny bundle in my arms. It was like looking at the past, the future all at once. The weight of them, the warmth, the little fingers curling around my fingers. I felt something shift in me, a love so deep, so instant, it took my breath away. And then that first smile, oh, that first smile. They say grandchildren are life's greatest reward, and they're right. Every laugh, every hug, every I love you makes me feel like the richest person in the world.
Yeah.
That's true for my 4 grand.
The first time I heard my favorite song, it started with a single note. just a few soft chords drifting through the radio. Then the voice, smooth, rich, full of something I couldn't quite explain. I was hooked. I memorized every lyric, played it over and over until I knew it by heart. And when that song came on at a dance, oh, you better believe I was the first one on the floor. Even now, years later, when I hear it, I'm right back there, tapping my foot, swaying to the beat, feeling young and alive again. That's the power of a good song. It never really fades. And that's it when I hear Unforgettable.
The smell of fresh bread. My grandmother's kitchen was a place of pure magic. She'd wake up before dawn, tie on her apron, and set to work kneading dough, humming softly as she shaped the loaves. The house would fill with the warm, rich smell of baking bread, and I'd sit at the counter watching, waiting, and then finally it was ready. A thick slice, still warm, slathered in butter. It was the taste of home, of love, of comfort. To this day, whenever I catch a whiff of fresh bread, I am back in that kitchen, a little kid again, basking in the glow of my grandmother's love.
Oh, that was beautiful. We didn't need much. We're going on a picnic. Just a blanket, a basket of sandwiches, on a perfect summer day. We had spread out under the shade of an old oak tree, the grass tickling our legs and the smell of wildflowers in the air. There was no rush, no schedule, just the sound of birds, an occasional buzz of a sleepy bee, and the lazy, contented feeling of knowing that you had nowhere else to be. We'd eat, we'd nap, we'd hug, we'd tell stories until the sun dipped low. I don't remember what we talked about, but I remember how it felt. Simple, peaceful, and perfect.
The time I danced in the rain. I was supposed to run inside, but something stopped me. Maybe it was the way the raindrops shimmered in the streetlights, or the smell of the earth and sky colliding. Whatever it was, I did most unexpected thing. I stepped outside and let it happen. I twirled, I laughed, I let the rain soak through my clothes, and for a moment, just a moment, I wasn't a kid. I wasn't a grown-up with responsibilities. I was a kid again, wild and free. The things about life, sometimes the best moments happen when you stop worrying and start dancing.
Gene Kelly, Dancing in the Rain.
Airplane ride. I've never been so nervous in my life. The plane was loud. My hands were clammy and the seatbelt felt like a lifeline. But then, liftoff. The ground fell away, the clouds wrapped around us like cotton candy, and suddenly I understood why people dream of flying. There's nothing like it. The freedom, the endless sky, the world so small below. I was hooked, and I knew right then I'd never be afraid to soar again.
The time I snuck out. I wasn't a rebellious kid, but that one time, oh, it was worth it. My friends and I slipped out after dark, hearts pounding, giggling as we tiptoed down the street. We had no real plan, just this thrill of breaking the rules. We ended up sitting on a rooftop, looking at the stars, feeling like we had the whole world at our feet. And when I finally snuck back into bed, I smiled, knowing I had a story I'd never forget. Then I heard a knock. I went to the window. I realized it was my friend from kindergarten. I ran out. He had a big car, very, very fast. He said, "Let's go to the beach." I'm just kidding, I'm just making that sound. I kept going and going.
We were just, being plugged right along with you.
Bravo.